Peggy 18.
I see something long absent in the sunken faces of passers-by. A glimmer of hope.
Hello and welcome everyone to another fun episode of Darkest Dungeon here on Not Your Professional Walkthroughs channel. Well, I kind of screwed up myself once again, but you did not miss out too much. So I went for an apprentice level raid with the Antiquarian to level up some of my heroes here. So most of the ones in the Abbey or the Sanitarium are the ones that I took with me. And the reason why I wanted to take them is to start leveling up our medics so that I have someone for the medium level difficulty dungeons. However, I did add the Shieldbreaker finally into the roster of my heroes. So Shieldbreaker was one of the separately added heroes as a content for the game. Right now I do not recall if it was DLCs with same as the Musketeer, so just basically one class of hero. But the Shieldbreaker is a really interesting class. First of all, she is a great damage dealer. She can be more tanky if you equip the correct trinkets. She can deal a ton of blight damage, so taking her with Plague Doctor to the Cove is a really great combo, as mostly anything in the Cove is susceptible to blight. And one negative thing about her, however, is that while your party is camping, the party can be ambushed by unique type of enemy, which are these massive types of snakes against whom she has a massive stress debuff. So whenever your party is ambushed by these snakes, her stress will be skyrocketing. So keep your eye on that. But other than that, I really want to show the Shieldbreaker eventually. Against, for example, the Bloodsuckers from the court, she is not the best one to be taken. As I said countless times by now to anyone who ever watches one of these episodes, they are more susceptible to bleed rather, so keep that in mind. So probably the Houndmaster will be a better option for you. But other than that, besides me upgrading the coach so we have more options from hero, nothing else has been done. And I do apologize for messing up the recording of the episode or the apprentice level dungeon run before. But anyhow, let's see if I will find something decent enough for us this week so we can take a look at what we will do this episode.
2,000 years later.
Yeah, I'm thinking that I really want to show you the Shieldbreaker, but to take Shieldbreaker, Houndmaster, and 2 Vestals, that's a pretty idiotic lineup. I mean, sure, I have 2 medics, but then the damage dealing is kind of, I don't know. For example, Grave Robber is a great class for the Cove, because by utilizing the Pick to the Face talent, she can dispose of that little snail with the spiky shell on top of its back most efficiently from any other member. Otherwise you usually have to stack up like bleed or blight in order to do that. So I'm actually thinking that maybe I will take her, but Clumsy and Lazy Eye are just horrible talents, or rather quirks to have on her. So I'm actually really thinking that I might be forced to show you the Shieldbreaker and how kick-ass she can be by taking an idiotic party like this. This is not the usual lineup I would advise for anyone. But then again, I need to level up the vessels, and this will be the best way for me to do that. Plus, I'm stuck in this week, and until I will get my hands on any other heroes to choose from, well, this is what we are working with. So let's equip our party. One more speed would be nice. Yeah, that's pretty much gonna be it. One last check for the gear status. Wonderful. Guild status of our talents. And let us embark on the correct quest. Once again, we are chasing after the deeds. This will be a short episode most likely, so you should be able to survive watching it and support the channel. I do need the views, you know. Sucking up starting early this episode. You know how I do. Anyhow, let's kick it off, see how it goes. And hopefully I will survive this and show you how Shieldbreaker can kick ass.
The smell of rotting fish is almost unbearable.
So I'm gonna keep equipped the Houndmaster because he is our scout and also our great class for disarming of any traps. Let's take a look at the journal because obviously I'm not gonna keep the missing pages. And no, I'm not gonna read this for you guys. I mean, even my header on the channel right now says that I'm working on upgrading my microphone. By the way, looking for suggestions, if you have any for YouTube channel, USB or any other connection to your computer, please let me know. If you can personally recommend something, I'll be more than happy to look over them. Thank you. Oh, come on! Yeah, I need to get rid of this negative quirk. Because now she has the hysterical blindness, and that will be a pain in the ass too. Oh, come on! Really? We just started this. This is apprentice level. If you're gonna be pulling this thing on me, I'm not gonna be happy. Okay, so the talents which I can use. Most of our talents would allow us to give the enemies some blight damage. The Shieldbreaker has also an AoE damage. One of her actual talents, which is Expose, is really awesome, especially if you go into a place where you know that the enemy tends to be concealed in stealth. So by utilizing this talent of hers, you can remove the stealth fairly early in the engagement and turn the battle to your side. However, we're gonna do something other, and we're just gonna try to kill as many things as we can. Since the two jellyfish in the back will try to stun our heroes, and that is something that I do not want to happen.
Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles.
So the Thrall has now still decent enough HP to keep attacking our party members, but if it gets too low and we will not kill him, he will suicide his dead corpse and deal an AoE damage to the entire party, which I would more than likely try to avoid. The issue here is that now actually the Thrall is protected by the Guardian, so we actually need to dispose of the Guardian before we deal with the Thrall, which I'm not happy about. Because with the guarded stat up, he has increased protection, and it is just annoying to deal with. Especially considering the fact that he will still maintain 4 HP, and only at the next turn he would actually die. Yeah, the revenge is the AoE damage. Fortunately, the entire party dodged it. So the cool thing about the talents of the Shieldbreaker is that if you equip the really nice mix of talents, she will be able to move amongst your party members to the back, to the front. Basically, even if your party gets surprised, she has still the option to move other party members into a much better position. This way, you don't have to waste your turn on, let's say, your Vestal, getting her to the 3rd or 4th or 2nd position in your party. Instead, you will just basically utilize your Shieldbreaker to do that on your behalf, plus potentially deal some damage to the enemy. I'm really glad I came here. We have so many crests. That is awesome. But I really hope that the Curious Quirk will not activate amongst the other Curios. Yeah, I really need to get rid of that thing. That's gonna be annoying the frick out of me for the rest of the walkthrough, if she will survive for the rest of the walkthrough. Usually if I play this on my own, I personally get stuck on something so idiotic, like trying to deal with the 3 main bosses of the Crimson Curd, or never finishing off the darkest dungeon on top of the hill. And I am hoping actually that by putting the footage on my YouTube channel, I will force myself to finish all of these things finally and see how far I can push this. Let's see who has what negative thing. God damn it, you have so many things. What is wrong with you? That is disturbing. Yeah, I'm gonna go with you. Imposter syndrome removed. I'm so happy that that curious thing did not activate on it. So for example, the enemy here, if he were to appear in the stealth mode, we would be able to use the exposed talent, of course if I would have it unlocked, that is, and kill him, or basically remove the stealth and therefore target him by the rest of our party members. But I really want to prioritize the 3rd enemy here, just because if I will not do that, he can potentially heal the other party members or give them additional boosts, and I really don't want to put up with any of that. So let's try to kill the Thrall too, and now we only have to deal with the Grouper. Grouper itself is a pretty decent enemy actually. He can hit any of your party members from any position because he has both the harpoon and the sword itself. And later, if he levels up to the higher ranks,
Seize this
better watch
momentum.
out.
Push on to the task's end.
Okay, so we have actually full 2 stacks. Okay, and we actually came across a freaking collector.
And made merciless.
So this is a mini boss. Obviously, it will be annoying to deal with the collected heroes, especially if he tends to spawn something like a Vestal, because the Vestal can heal the collector can heal himself. I will try to mark the collector for added damage. And I will definitely have to utilize one of the Scooby snacks or the dog treats to boost our Houndmaster in order to deal added damage. But now actually I have to kill the collected man-at-arms, which I really hate prioritizing over the collector itself. But with the guarded by, I cannot target him, so we are kind of stuck here. So let's try and deal with it, and I know right now that the collected highwayman will be a pain in the ass to deal with because he can deal some tremendous damage to our party members with its headhunt talent. And there he goes with his freaking heal. Luckily we have 2 medics. And I have just removed the guarded by. So the Houndmaster will definitely be able to target the collector. Let's try and stun him. Oh, damn it, I forgot to eat the damn Scooby snack. And yes, I know I keep pulling its Scooby snack because I am that old. Wow, okay, that's some serious damage. Nice attack. Really nice. Let's do a group heal, trying to heal more of our party members. Let's eat actually this time the damn treat. And look at that. He's still, however, gonna survive, so I really want to finish him off. Usually if you kill the collector, you can come across one of the rarest collectible items, such as this.
Impressive haul. If you value such things.
Yes, I do value those things, because I need to upgrade so many heroes, Wayne.
Are often low on
I don't even want to go into it. Okay, another annoying party lineup. Man, these cruise parties and bands are just super annoying. You have the bouncer, you have the 2 tough guys, and you have the guy in the back who annoys the heck out of you.
Annihilated.
I'm definitely gonna have to heal our shield breaker. She seems to be a favorite amongst the party. However, later on, if you have the shield breaker in your party, you are able to purchase a special item from the store when you are purchasing the provisions. It's this really interesting scale-like shield which prevents your enemy to be hit. Basically, it's like guarded, or it just raises its defense quite dramatically, so it's a nice thing to keep. I also think I saw one dungeon raid on YouTube somewhere where like they just had nothing else or no other provision in their inventory besides those scales. I don't even know how they're got their hands on that many of them, but it was an interesting idea. I don't know if I will ever be able to pull it off, but I'm just letting you know that there is an option like that, so go nuts. One of the groupers is done. Now the Pelagic Guardian and the other grouper will be annoying to deal with. Especially because I think I know he will guard the grouper. Or just try to deal some bleeding damage to our Houndmaster, who cannot really attack with the talents equipped from the first row, so I will need to move forward. At least we're gonna stack up some nice stacks of bleed on the fish people. Okay, so the Guardian is dead. And the grouper should be as well.
Slowly.
Beautiful.
Gently. This is how a life is taken.
Full stack of busts, 2 full stacks of crests. Really nice. Really nice. So who wants to interact with this? Okay, let's move you, however, to the second position so that if we come across another engagement, you can utilize all of your talents straight away. I don't think I want to switch around any of your talents, especially because the Blackjack I have not unlocked. And yeah, I'm gonna have to take a look at the other talents of the Shieldbreaker if I would to utilize her. But she is a really nice class, I have to say. If you take her to the Cove or to the Ruins and you equip and work on her blight dealing attacks, you have one party member not to mess with. Yeah, I think he will survive. And I think I will try to go after the third position. And potentially he might do healing on one of the other ones. Or he's just gonna do a freaking boost and totally kill 2 of them for no apparent reason, but this is an apprentice level raid, so
impressive.
It might seem easier now, but it's not. You can screw up super easily.
A dizzying blow to body and brain.
Look at that! Apprentice level raid, and I'm at the death's door with the Shieldbreaker. Not anymore, but you get the idea, right?
A trifling victory, but a victory nonetheless.
Let's see what other treasures I will come across. We need to go into one more room in order to finish off this raid. I'm gonna prioritize healing the Shieldbreaker if I can. Giving off one of the stingers would be definitely appreciated. And now I know that one of them is dead, I can prioritize the other one.
Back to the pit.
2 enemies are down, which leaves only the grouper alive. At least I don't have to deal with anything like
Great is the weapon
stuns
that cuts on its own.
or bleeding on my end, which is nice. And now I know that he is dead. So I can just heal up our party and be done.
Slow death. Unforeseen. Unforgiving.
Yeah, the move charm is not gonna go with me because obviously I do not have any need for it. I never use it. And the selling price of it is really not that great. Ooh, crests! Nice. So there can be an engagement in this room, but if not, we are done, and that will be it for this episode. So, yeah, it's not the same as compared to the
We will
champion
find
level
all
raids.
manner of great and terrible things in this watery tomb.
And I would be more than happy to showcase the Shieldbreaker class on my channel here more. But for that, you will have to tune in for another episode after I take her to the... not the Abbey. What's the name of this building? I want to say hospital, but I know. Sanitarium.
Irritant, the sum. A sanguine memory to me.
So basically, once she's healed up, she will go on another lovely raid. In the meantime, check out the channel for more fun content. And I will see you on the next dungeon run or any of the other games that I'm trying to cover on my channel. Until then, I wish you all the best and see you hopefully soon. Do remember that I publish videos on my channel on a weekly base, so tune in and maybe subscribe and you will get your fair share of fun content. Bye bye!